some winds, can cause some scattered power outages, can cause some tree damage. You don't want to be necessarily, if you're traveling along Interstate 80, you're kind of stuck. But we saw that tragic fatality with the severe thunderstorms that swept through in May, where a person up in the Poconos actually lost their life when a tree hit their car. So if you can, pull over under an underpass or, away from trees, that's a safe place to be. You happen to be stuck in a car in Monroe County as these thunderstorms do rumble on through. So it's just this one cluster of severe thunderstorms that has a history of producing wind damage that may be producing a tornado, or at least is capable of producing a tornado in Monroe County. That tornado warning goes through 11:15 tonight. These storms are moving pretty quickly. We'd imagine they're going to slowly weaken. Usually these storms do. And the fact that this is not a solid line, it's just one persistent cluster, would suggest, too, that you would imagine that this would weaken as it works its way east-southeast, but it's held together surprisingly well. So the brunt of the storm now right along Interstate 80 through a lot of Monroe County, working its way towards the Stroudsburg area, working its way towards the Delaware Water Gap. So if you're in especially northern and maybe eastern Monroe County, those are the areas that are especially under the gun from this cluster of severe thunderstorms, capable of producing a tornado, and 60, 70 plus mile per hour winds are possible with these storms as they work their way in. Let's get the most recent radar image for you right now, and here it is with lightning overlaid on top of it. And you can kind of see what we're looking at here with a lot of lightning with this storm. The brunt of it south of Tobyhanna, right around Pocono right now, right along Interstate 80, working its way east towards Stroudsburg. And that is the brunt of that storm where we are watching right now for the potential for some rotation. The rotation signature is weakening here. You see a lot more red on this and not necessarily a whole lot of green. So the signature has weakened a little bit, which is good news, but it does not necessarily mean you're out of the woods. A tornado warning remains in effect for central Monroe County through 11:15. Right around Mount Pocono is the center of the storm, and it's continuing to work its way slowly east. Again, this is radar-indicated rotation, and once again, what we like to see is a lot of red here. The less green we see, the better in terms of indicating that, okay, maybe that rotation is weakening, maybe this is just a strong thunderstorm with straight-line winds. So less green is good, but obviously if you go back to the actual radar image, you see a whole lot of bright reds, even some purples here, south and east of Tunkhannock, and you can see through Mount Pocono, there's the core of that thunderstorm working its way to the east-southeast. So if you are in Stroudsburg, if you are, even Warren County in New Jersey has to watch this storm, and we'll have to see if it does eventually weaken, which we imagine it would, but it has not shown signs of that yet. So there's that storm as it comes through Carbon and Monroe County right now, but it's Monroe County that's under the gun for a potential tornado, or at least a radar-indicated tornado. As we told you off the top of the live coverage here, radar-indicated tornado warnings does not confirm that a tornado is on the ground. What we are looking at the radar, we are looking for spin high up in the cloud, and it's very tough at night, especially, in the rural areas of the Poconos, to actually confirm a tornado is on the ground. It's only one way to do that, and that's if you have storm spotters, if you have law enforcement, if you have an on-the-ground report saying, okay, there's a tornado actually on the ground right now, and at nighttime that becomes increasingly difficult to see, a very small tornado. So this is radar-indicated rotation. There's no ground truth to this just yet, but I can tell you there's this cluster of storms right here that is really through the heart of Monroe County right now, has had a long-lived history of producing some damage as it worked its way through northern Pennsylvania. Started around Bradford County, worked its way down through Wilkes-Barre Township and parts of Luzerne County, and now here it is in Monroe County as well, on its way to the east-southeast fairly quickly at 40 miles an hour. So that radar-indicated rotation means that there is spin up in the cloud, but we don't have ground truth or ground confirmation that a tornado has touched down. But even without that confirmation, you want to treat this as a serious storm that is capable of producing damage. Mobile homes especially, cars, but even sturdy structures can see roof damage, can see stuff flying through windows. That's what a tornado can do, or even straight line winds can do. So we're going to continue to track this cluster of storms, and we're going to continue to update this as long as a tornado warning is in effect, and it continues to remain in effect. Let's show you once again where that tornado warning is in effect for right now, and it's basically eastern Monroe County through 11:15 tonight, or central and eastern Monroe County. If you're east of Interstate 380, if you're north of Interstate
Monroe County is
that's
north of us.
Tornado warning is in effect for right now. So we're going through northern and eastern Monroe County, goes right to the Delaware River through 11:15 this
So
evening.
Monroe County is in the Poconos.
We're going to continue to watch the radar, and let's overlay the radar on top of the tornado warning. And even if you're not in the warning, let's say you're farther to the south and west through Monroe County, you're still getting these showers and thunderstorms, and you can still get frequent lightning, and that does extend through all of Monroe County tonight. You're under the gun for thunderstorms. But as far as that rotation goes, as far as that strong wind threat, it's mainly in that area that's highlighted by that tornado warning. And that's areas, again...
No, we don't have a tornado. We don't have a tornado warning.
East of Interstate 380, those are the areas under that tornado warning right now. So if we take the radar off, this red shaded area is where the National Weather Service is indicating the potential for a tornado through 11:15 tonight. Radar indicates some spin in the clouds, and we continue to watch that. And again, we put this in motion for you and show you the last 3 hours of movement. This storm does have a history of producing damaging winds, starting up in Bradford County, far northern Pennsylvania, coming south of Scranton, especially the Wilkes-Barre area, hit very hard tonight, according to some reports.
You mean
and now
here?
The storm in Monroe County still holding together pretty well, even though that rotation has weakened a little bit over the last couple of radar sweeps.
Do you mean here?
Rotation again, and you can see here, you're seeing a lot less green. You're seeing mainly red. That doesn't necessarily mean that the threat is gone, but with more red, that would indicate, okay, the winds aren't necessarily rotating as much up in the thunderstorm, and this could just be straight line winds right now.
We had a tornado in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Occurs in a circular fashion.
Are you watching the Weather Channel?
Yeah.
They're seeing a tornado.
Yeah, they are.
Look out. It's coming right at us, too.
No, it isn't.
It's actually spreading out, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's also tough, too, when you have these thunderstorms at night.